Hello and welcome to Weekend Adrenaline.
Yeah, we're going. Cool. Eventually. Yep. Okay. Now I need to share this to. There's 3 pages I got to share this to, and then then we're good. And now we're going.
There it is.
All right, Nick Smith.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, it was
Nick
good.
S. Smith Johnson.
Hey.
All the names you want to be called.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming on here.
Yeah.
Let's just give a little introduction. I've never met this guy in
Yeah.
person. You're the first person to ever message us straight out of the blue
Yeah.
and request an interview, and we're excited about that. A little nervous, a little nerve-wracking because usually every guest we've ever had on has we've known in the past. We've had like at least some kind of a rapport, and this is the first for us. So appreciate having you on.
Thanks. You're all in good hands. I'm the coolest dude to come out of Fond du Lac since the Big Mac guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. You looking at him? Just kidding. Well, what makes you so cool?
I make songs. Yeah. That's what makes me so cool.
Well, yeah, I listened to a little bit of your SoundCloud, and I liked what I heard. I didn't know what to expect just based on like your Facebook profile and your Instagram. What's your Instagram again?
Lil Cheese Curd.
All right, everybody, go
Follow that shit. Yeah, for real.
He's in full cheese paraphernalia with the yellow sweatshirt, too.
Yeah.
Oh, the Under Armour, nice. I got
You got
thing.
You got the Under Armour thing going on, too. That's right.
very cool. I mean, I didn't buy it personally. I got it as a gift, but it's really comfortable, and I wear it all the time, even
Yeah.
when it's like 80 degrees out. See, it's got like this weather technology where I'm never uncomfortable in it. It could be like -20 or 120, and I'll still feel great in it. What genre of music are you if you make songs?
I'd say that I'm like indie pop. That's probably the best description.
Indie
But
pop.
like I sit around a lot and I just think about like who I want to be as an artist and like what makes a cool artist and a shitty one. And like maybe I'll just be like this guy who like never releases an album like ever. And I'll just only release singles ever. And like I'm caught up, man, cuz there's so much trash all the time on like Spotify, and everyone listen to my new album, like every week there's a new album coming out and like there's only one single on it ever. And the rest is always trash, always. Like I'm really into pop music. I listen to pop music like all the time. And there's just so much shit. Like so many people's track 8s are just like garbage. Maybe I should just work on like my one song that year being really actually fucking amazing.
Oh, you're only making one song a year?
Like maybe I'll be that guy. I don't fucking know yet.
And it could be
but-
like a masterpiece.
Yeah, exactly. Like when Smith Johnson drops his song, like you better fucking watch out. Like it's for real.
What I listened to back when you first requested to be on here, I listened to it right when you first talked to me, and I always meant to go back to it on the SoundCloud page and listen to it. Unfortunately, I never got to it. But I think you had a track and then an explanation of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have at least 2 songs though, right? Or just
No, just the
one?
track and the explanation.
When did you put that up?
I put that up about a month ago.
A month ago?
Month ago,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. What I liked of what I heard I liked. It was an acoustic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You said you didn't want to play in the studio,
Yeah.
but like live. But did you want us to play it like?
You can
Over the
play
speakers?
you can play after the show if you want, or anyone can just go and listen to it.
I'll link it in the comments.
Link it in the
Yeah, there
comments.
you go.
That sounds good.
There you go.
But the explanation is just me saying like I'm not an acoustic guy, guys. I'm not an acoustic guy. I think this whole like like white kid like singer-songwriter dude who's like 20 is just like it's kind of lame and old to me. Like I want to be different, man. Like
well, how do you want to be different?
how do I want to be different?
Yeah.
Like shit, man. Only releasing singles. Like whenever I write a song and it just sounds like some shit that somebody else has written before, I'm like, this sucks, dude. Like I like writing off of like weird premises, and like to me it's like a really lame idea to say like I love you, girl, or whatever. I think it's much more interesting to say, like, is this forever? Which is, like, my song on SoundCloud. You know, like, I'm always searching for, like, more interesting premises to songs. And, like, to me, it's, like, a really big songwriting flex to, like, write a hit song about a hotel key, like this country band Old Dominion did. Because it really, like, if you can gain inspiration from, like, a hotel key, you can really write a hit song about, like, fucking anything, dude. And it's, like, it blows my mind that they can do that.
Well, I mean, I've personally never written a song, but I feel like you guys can contradict me because I feel like you've both written songs, and that's fine if this isn't true. But I feel like you could write a song about anything, but not you could get inspiration from anything, but to write a solid, good song about it, that's where the mastery comes in.
Right.
Am I right in saying that? You could write a song about putting the foam on the wall, and like the work behind it and how it makes you sweat and how you're wasting your Saturday and how you're just, is this worth it? Is this worth me burning so much time about it? Or it could be really shitty. Or it could just inspire people to do the same thing. Like just pull a song. You could get inspiration out of their ass and just come up with something about nothing.
Right.
Or come up with something from nothing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. A hotel key, huh?
Yeah, that song is really good.
What's the country band again?
Old Dominion is the name of the country band. To me, like, you ever see a guitar player and they're just, like, going insane and you're like, calm down, Eddie Van Halen. Like, that's me when I listen to that song, like, calm the fuck down, a song about a hotel key. And it's, like, maybe their biggest song, one of their biggest songs for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's always inspiring to see that how nuts they go. I was always a big fan of Metallica when I was your age.
Yeah.
I still love them, but I'm not as into them as I was before. They were all I listened to. When you see Kirk Hammett look like he's fucking coming in his pants while he's going through the same solo he's played for the last 40 plus years, it's like, yeah, calm down. But then you start to get it. You start to understand why he's going nuts and losing himself in that moment. He forgets what his face looks like while he's doing it. I'm not going to do it, but you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, big time.
So how old were you when you decided you wanted to write songs?
I was in a band. I think I written like some parody songs for fun, and I always thought that was kind of cool to just like around the campfire like sing about some bullshit.
Sure.
And then I got in a band when I was like 18, and it was like senior high school band. We just did like acoustic covers, but we always wanted to write originals.
There he is.
Nice picture. Yeah, put that on stream, dude.
That's Kirk Hammett from Metallica. Looked very normal there.
I hope he's not coming in his pants in that photo.
He looked really neutral there, but... So you're making parody songs?
Yeah, I started off with parody songs, and then when I got in a band, I was like, should probably write some real songs. And we tried collaborating, but we were all like so bad that like none of our collaborating worked. Like to play guitar with someone else, you at least have to know like your basic like chords and shit, right? Like we were such beginner songwriters that like we couldn't even collaborate properly. And I just never stopped writing songs since then. So,
well, Caleb here, he's been in a band since he was like what, 16? I actually don't know your history.
Actually, 15. Yeah, 15. Freshman year, so 15. I know exactly what you're talking about with the being so bad you can't write like cohesive songs right at the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, man, my rock band that I'm with today, we started when I was a freshman in high school, which is going to be 2006. So like that.
What's that band called?
I don't like doing that. But,
plug your band.
It's called Midnight Epidemic.
Everyone follow it.
Alternative rock band.
Like it.
But yeah, man, we sucked for years in the beginning, and then we finally got good at our instruments and were able to write real songs.
Yeah.
Would you say that the most important thing is to just not give up?
Persistence is really, really fucking important in like whatever you do. Getting your 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours, 30,000 hours into something.
Yeah, the more time you put into an instrument, the better you're going to get.
And I was actually watching an Ed Sheeran interview the other day where he said that persistence is like more valuable than talent. The talent of persistence is more valuable than...
Oh, definitely. Not being discouraged by stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. I'm glad that somebody said that. It's just everyone talks about, or everyone glorifies the success, when you get on top, but no one ever glorifies, I guess, the grind.
The come up, yeah,
the come up, yeah. When he was busking on the streets for change and coins and cash that people are throwing at him at his guitar, and now he's selling out stadiums.
Yeah.
How much are Ed Sheeran tickets? Like $200, something like that. Yeah, $150-$200. It's like, yeah, he is like the definition of the grind because he wasn't famous right away. It took him a while. Yeah, I respect that. So like, why your band is not together anymore?
No, not together anymore.
You guys couldn't persevere through that.
Yeah, you see that like they had. Basically what happened is they had like other options in life, and I kind of like didn't. Like I had dropped out of high school at the time, and like I didn't have college anywhere in my future, so I was like, let's do this band thing, like for real, guys, like let's go. And they would like sign up for like extracurricular activities, and then I would just get like hella pissed off at them because I want to practice like every night, and like Kurt Cobain said, you got to practice 6 nights a week to be good, guys, come on. So
yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Is there a reason you dropped out of high school?
That shit was trash.
Wow.
Where'd you go?
I went to Fondy.
Fondy, yeah.
I went to Fondy.
Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah, I was like super weird. I like most kids, like they had social anxiety, but they're like pretty normal. I think I actually like my social anxiety, or like my anxiety towards school, is actually a little bit deserved because I'm like this weirdo like songwriter guy, like running around like writing parody songs. Like, who is this kid?
Well, do you think that? I mean, I think I'm not gonna disagree with you on that, but I think that going into a high school definitely might, like the whole idea of social anxiety, I think comes from the fact that you need to be around people to get over that. You need to push yourself through it. Like you just said, you need to practice, do your 10,000 to 50,000 hours at that instrument.
Like the skill of being around people.
Oh yeah, it is a skill. And I think the more, with the dawning of the internet and like I wouldn't say pioneering, maybe the perpetuation of mobile data, how we have smartphones everywhere. I didn't have a smartphone until I was 24, so way out of high school. These kids are coming in now with iPhones in their pockets at freshmen, and they don't have to interact. Your guys' idea of interaction is the internet. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
That's just how the world went. But you lose some of that initial awkwardness where you have to look at people, you have to interact face to face. And I truly do believe that when you force yourself into a social situation such as Fondy, 5,000 plus kids.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it would, help ebb it off a little bit.
Yeah.
What you think?
I should add that I was also like homeschooled 2 years prior to Fondy. I have like, my school career is like really messy. That like, they kicked me out of 6th grade, dude.
Why is that?
They kicked me out of 6th grade too. I was kicked out of 6th grade for being like a class clown, like troublemaker basically. But I was smart, and my mom was like, you can't put him in like the troubled kid class because the troubled kid class is like slow math and slow reading when my kid is smart. Like, he's smart, he's just a class clown. And then she pulled me out to homeschool me.
There you go.
Dude, you were homeschooled for a little bit.
K through 8.
Oh, K through 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
And then you went right into Fondy.
Mm-hmm.
That's freaky, dude.
To go play
I know what it's like.
To go play sports.
Yeah, you were in football and everything like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That was all my social interaction, just sports when I was growing up.
I did.
So, like, I knew a small pocket of kids, so I'd help go in there. But
I did sports. I did baseball for 4 years, and then that was only from in grade school, and then I did basketball for 5. I hated all of it. I'm not competitive, like, at all. Like, if I lose at something, it doesn't bother me. If I win, I don't really celebrate. It's just fun to me. You go to the bars at all?
Nope.
No, really?
Nope.
You live in Fondy and don't go to the bars?
That is correct.
That's weird. Not in a bad way.
Good.
Not in a bad way at all.
Good for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, good. That's good for
Save
you.
the money.
It's a money pit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel, have you ever done it?
I'm a musician. I've never gone out.
Never gone out?
Never gone out.
he focuses on his craft.
That's good. If you ever do go out, maybe the first time you might not like it. Maybe even the second time. But it's just, if the first good night you have, though, like maybe catch a good buzz, have some good time with your friends, maybe talk to a girl, maybe go home with that girl, maybe you start a small relationship with her or something. It gets very addicting. But to see somebody who's 21 and not fully immersed in it, that's rare. It's not a bad thing either.
Very refreshing.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. He's like my thesaurus, my side thesaurus.
Yeah, I'm like really poor, and also like a lot of my friends like moved away to like different colleges. And, like I don't have all that many friends because I only had time to make them in like the first year of high school, and then I've just been like chilling at home playing Overwatch and shit. So
how many years? So did you went to at least freshman year? When did you drop out?
Like I'd never like every day of like the second semester of freshman year, I had to fight my parents like really, really, really hard not to go to school. Like that shit was awful. So like if it was a day that I won and I could stay home, then I would stay home, and I just kind of started going less and less and less.
And eventually that just led to just being done.
I actually took a few finals of like they were like, you're so close, just take the final. So then I showed up, take the final, and then got like the health credit or whatever. I did get my GED though.
So. I was gonna say like you got that. When did you get the GED? Like a couple years ago, 18?
Like actually like 6 months ago.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
What ended up driving you to decide to do that?
I wanted to go to college for a bit.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to go to college for a bit.
You're like, shit, I gotta go get this GED. I want to go to college, just get that started up. And then, did you like taste college or tried it all? And then you're like, nah, or did you just kind of just decide not to do it?
I like signed up, and then I was scheduled to go, and I had like PTSD from when I was in high school.
Right.
And I was
like, oh my god,
my fucking
classes
god.
Again.
Yeah, I'm like sabotaging like me going to school. Like school's the next day, and it's like 4 a.m. and I'm drinking a Red Bull. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, there's something up here.
What did you sign up for college? Like
History of Rock.
History of Rock? Where was that?
Yeah.
Where was this? Like UW-Foundry?
Yeah, UW-Foundry.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, I didn't even know they offered that there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to Moraine Park, and I did one semester at UW-Foundry, and I could not believe the difference.
What was it like?
Good and bad. Which one?
Like, how was the difference? What was the difference?
Well, at Moraine Park is more of a trade school, technical school. Like, you're training in one skill. The most you can do there is maybe 2 years.
Yeah, they're all like, it's all like 2-year degree type things. You get in, you get out, and you go start your job.
Yeah, I put in 2.5 years, and I have 2 college degrees. I don't use them, but I have them. They're in my dresser. Nice. And they're in my dresser. They're framed, but they're in my dresser. And I also did a semester at UW-Foundry to try it out. And I switched majors. I went from business management to psychology for one semester. I absolutely hated it. I was 20, and everybody was 17, 18 coming in, and I'm like, man, it's like high school, but I'm 2 years older, and it's just annoying.
Yeah.
And I hated it. But the range of classes on Moraine Park were, like I said, trades. But with at UW-Foundry, I did like history of film, intro to film, public speaking. Dude, I gave a speech in front of 200 people. That was awesome. I was nervous as shit, but it was awesome. And I never would have gotten that opportunity at Moraine Park. So there's advantages and disadvantages to it. And but back to you, of course. So you're gonna do history of rock?
I was going to do History of Rock, yeah.
Was that a course, or was that
It's like 1 semester course.
Okay, 1 semester.
Like me and my parents figured like I'll ease back into this school thing.
Take something that's interesting and then go from there.
Or like if I failed it, they wouldn't have lost that much money.
Right.
That was
That's. I wonder if they still offer it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, that was like this last semester that they offered History of Rock that I was supposed to go. So.
Because like they have
you can go and take it if you want.
I kind of that, or like the film course again, this film studies, because there's an option. It's like, why are you taking this? And if you select like for a degree, they give you like some kind of a money break, like where they'll charge you less. If you're doing it for something else, they give you. But if you put personal enrichment, you have to pay like the full amount. And I guess personal enrichment, you could just say, I just want to learn, and just. Bloop. Of course, you could just Wikipedia it.
Just watch School of Rock. It's got that whole montage.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh my god, that's right. Have you seen that movie, Nick?
I haven't.
Oh, man.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
I'm gonna tell you right now. That movie is a class of a History of Rock class.
I've seen the highlight. That's
Excellent.
Jack Black, right? Jack Black. Like
yes.
On YouTube, there's like a 5-minute highlight where he's like probably the most important part of the movie where he's like, you play bass, you know, this is
it's a really awesome movie. I would definitely recommend checking it out. Probably one of the best music movies ever made. Right. Just overall, like message and like execution.
Are you a Queen fan by any chance?
Yeah.
Did you see Bohemian Rhapsody?
I did not.
I didn't either. Whoops. Have you?
No,
Whoops.
I have not seen it.
Well, that fell out. I guess you like Elton John at all?
I like the one song I've heard. I thought was all right, but I'm not like deep into Elton. Like,
yeah, I'm not either. I know he's a legend, and I'm a big fan of the Eagles, and I guess they were kind of coming up while he was just getting over to America. And I guess that new movie,
Rocket Man,
yeah. I like the guy who plays Elton John as an actor. I'm a huge movie guy, but I heard it's really good, like on par with Bohemian Rhapsody, and that was, I guess, really big. I'm trying to think of other music movies.
There's a really underrated one that not a lot of people know about. It's called Band Slam. And it is the other best music movie I've ever seen. But it's like, I've never saw it advertised. I just saw it in like a family video one day, and I ended up renting it, and it was
Could you Google
fantastic.
that?
I will.
Thank you. Because I've heard that name, and I always thought it was like a Disney movie with like the Jonas Brothers in it.
It looks like a Disney movie, but it's not.
Band Slam.
That? It's fantastic.
What do we got here?
It's got, what's her name? I don't know. Vanessa Hudgens.
I like her.
Yeah, she's a babe.
High School Musical was releasing while we were in high school.
That's crazy, bro.
Isn't that nuts?
No, well, you were in high school.
Yeah, right. That's why I looked over at you. I have to...
Boom.
Is that Alison Michalka in the corner there?
Yes.
On the left?
It is. The movie looks... from the poster, it doesn't look good.
Right.
I'm telling you. The movie's great.
Really?
Yes.
When did you see it?
Years ago. I've gotten it since then, and it's so good.
Do you think she really knows how to play that flying V?
No.
I know that Alison Michalka does, because she used to be in a band with her sister.
I would actually say this... I think it was this movie.
Was holding the chord there.
This was like the best movie that I'd seen for on-screen portrayal of actual like lining up with what's being played in the soundtrack.
Really?
Yeah. Like you see what someone's doing with the guitar, and you can hear it happen. And you're like, oh shit, that's nice.
Yeah, dude. They never tell you that in like guitar class, but like anytime you see any movie, like you can tell immediately whenever someone's faking.
It's just
playing.
It's not lined up at all.
Or just like they give the girl like mainly a singer like. And she knows like one chord maybe, and you can just see like...
Well, a lot of times they'll just have them strum.
Right.
And you'll see their hand holding the strings down. It's like, you better stop.
Right.
You can see through the smoke.
I see through that shit,
yeah. Have you ever seen the movie La La Land?
No.
Super good.
Yes, and I'm so glad because I brought it up on a previous podcast like back in November or some shit, and I didn't like it, and he said, rewatch it, please. So I bought it for like a couple bucks. Rewatched it, totally fell in love with it after he pointed some things out. And it's like Ryan Gosling, he practiced the piano for like 3-4 hours a day. So that way the fingers were real. Like what you see
awesome,
is him. Dude. And he's playing jazz piano. And jazz is
technical, complicated.
Fucking hard.
Way the fuck harder than like any genre. Bloop, bloop, bloop. That's what my impression of jazz is.
We also have a contribution to this creates the trifecta, the holy trinity of young adult music films, The Rocker, with Rainn Wilson, the guy who played Dwight on The Office.
Oh, yeah. Oh, never seen it.
The Rocker is also...
He's a drummer, right?
Fantastic. Yes, he's the naked drummer.
Yuck.
No, the movie, that's another one. Like School of Rock, Band Slam, and The Rocker are probably three that I would recommend to anyone who wants to play music in a band. Yeah. Because they will inspire the shit out of you to play. And then School of Rock is actually what made me want to be in a band in the first place and what made me start picking my guitar.
Really?
Because I learned guitar when I was 8 years old, stopped for like years.
Yeah.
Saw School of Rock when I was 12 or 13 in the theater at the Fond du Lac fucking mall theater. My mom took it to me because she saw an advertisement for it and she knew that I played guitar. And we went and saw it. I had no idea about it, but it was incredible. And then that made me start playing again. And then a year later, or 2 years later in high school is when I, sitting around a lunch table, someone's like, I'm trying to start a band. Anyone play guitar? I play guitar. I play guitar.
I've trained for this moment, yeah.
Speaking of guitar, how many years have you been playing?
I've been playing since I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah?
It was the summer going into middle school that I picked it up.
Really? Okay.
How would you rank your abilities on a scale of 1 to 10?
10 is like Steve Vai,
Yeah.
That's a good question, man.
So I would rank myself at a solid 5.
I'd probably give myself like an 8. Like,
Nice.
I think guitar is like dead. I'll keep it all to myself, and then one day, like, I thought it'd be really funny to make like a meme hip hop song, like mumble rap kind of song, and then just like randomly whip out the guitar and play like some sick solo. I suppose it's not a surprise anymore though, but yeah, I can play a little bit, I'd say.
Nice. Yeah.
Didn't Lil Wayne learn guitar?
Allegedly.
Well, I swore I saw videos of him playing, and it wasn't awful. I could be mistaken.
Did you watch the video all the way through? I've seen the one video, but that's about it.
Is it gonna play?
You're not going to hear anything. You're not going to hear anything, but you don't need to, because if you notice.
Oh my God!
If you notice his hand right here, he's plucking with his thumb.
Yeah.
And okay, move your camera down. He's like doodling on one string. He's going back and forth. Oh, that's a pentatonic scale right there. He ain't doing shit.
Dude, I actually respect it though, because like I think
this guy right here, see in the background? Oh wait, no, never mind. It's a video screen.
When there's like a singer that like fake plays guitar, usually they don't actually like put it through the PA, but you can kind of hear him play. Like they really actually like.
Oh yeah, like I'm sure it's all on key with the song.
Yeah,
because he's just sitting in that pentatonic scale. Like
well, that's me too, dude. Everyone's playing pentatonic at the end of the day. Come on.
Like, it's just funny because like I get a kick out of it because he's doing the thumb. Like he's just flicking it with his thumb. So I get a kick out of it for that.
Maybe he was using his Coke thumbnail as a pick. Like he had it sharpened into a pick.
Probably.
Oh, my thing's going nuts here. Did you ever have a lesson, or are you all self-taught?
Yeah, I learned from Corey Baker. Well, my dad plays guitar, right? So I used to play like Guitar Hero and Rock Band in the basement, and I would just be jamming out, like learning. That's where like a lot of people like get their old music taste, like develop it.
Definitely.
And then like one day my dad came downstairs and he was on like the other side of the basement and he was playing along to Rock Band.
Nice.
So he's playing like real guitar along to these like Van Halen songs and stuff, and then I'm playing Guitar Hero guitar, and then I got like really, really fucking good at that game. And then like I challenge anyone in Fond du Lac, play me in Guitar Hero, I'll kick their ass.
Nate?
He would probably be a decent challenge.
Money match me, bro. Money match me, swear to God.
I don't know. He still plays Rock Band and gets number ones in the world consistently week to week on guitar scores.
Maybe not money match.
I've never seen these particular set of skills that he has, but
it's dumb.
We're gonna be in a good way.
Yeah,
we're gonna be doing like a lot of gaming stuff in here once BJ gets it all set up.
Oh, really? I'd love to have a head-to-head showdown between you guys.
Oh,
I'll come back.
We're going to for sure.
That'd be awesome.
Speaking of, let's segue to that. I'm very good at that. Speaking of Twitch, let's talk about that because you mentioned that Twitch culture. That's a good thing that we brought that up because this particular guest, Beth Stephanie. Sometimes people like to click on this and then I don't know if they like log out right away or they just click on it to get it off their phone.
All right.
But it's a view for me, so go me. But she's listening, and I think she's big into gaming. So Twitch culture. So this is what I know about Twitch culture.
Yeah.
In 2014, when I was 24 years old, I bought a game called Dark Souls. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
And I streamed the entire game, me playing it, and I died a lot.
As people do in Dark Souls.
And I finished it, and Mixer. So she's into Mixer now. Mixer is like Microsoft's.
It's the Xbox. Competitor.
It's Microsoft's answer to Twitch, and I actually like it a little more. I've used it to help people walk through games because you can see it in the delay instead of on Twitch is like 15 seconds. The delay on Mixer is like 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
So anyways, I used to Twitch a lot on Dark Souls and a couple games. I got a couple views. That was it. But it was kind of like coming up right when I was doing it.
Yeah.
I remember all the girls, not her, she's a saint. A lot of girls were like had the camera from here to about here.
Yeah, that's
Just
why we all watch.
All cleavage.
Yeah.
And of course, sometimes they still do it, but I guess the guidelines have gotten a lot more strict.
Kinda, yeah.
Like, because any girl could wear a low-cut shirt, sign on, and make like $1,000 in an hour from donations just for holding the controller. And of course, there was this big scandal about how they would just hold their hands under a table. They were actually on their phones just fucking around while their boyfriend was behind them off camera actually playing the game.
Yeah.
And every now and then they'd had to die because they're girls and they're not good at games.
Yeah.
To perpetuate the stereotype. But I think you have a better idea of Twitch. Like, what's your view on Twitch, and do you Twitch and all that? Video games.
I'm trying to date a Twitch thought, so like Instagram DMs, get in there.
Twitch thought.
I'll just say that like on the podcast right now. Like anyone, I'm down. That's my fetish. I'm gonna cuck the whole chat. I'm gonna cuck the whole chat.
A Twitch thought.
Yeah, dude.
Can you Google that, please?
All right.
Because if it comes up, that's awesome. If it doesn't, it's even more awesome because you just invented something.
You should probably like not put it on the stream.
Well, I think we have safe search on, so we won't. I mean, we've shown accidental nudity, and we've never gotten taken down.
This is what it's all about, dude.
That one.
Boom. This one?
Nope.
This
nope.
one?
That
this
one. That.
This one.
That one. Yeah. Okay, that's exactly what I was just talking about. Oops. It's down halfway down her. Okay, so you see her hairline. And it's just straight cleavage with Charmander in the back. So she's a nerd girl, and she would get a donation.
Boom. This one.
Is that a Twitch thought? Is that a Twitch? That's a total
They all
Twitch
are.
thought.
They all are. But it started because of fucking PewDiePie, dude.
Oh, absolutely,
the original
yeah.
thought.
Well, PewDiePie is like he's like reacting to some compilation, and he's got like an eye tracker, so it shows where he's looking on the screen, and then like. During the compilation of this like eye tracker montage, like some Twitch thoughts come up, and he's like, "Oh my god, these fucking Twitch thoughts." So then the thought actually saw it and tried to like sue him or some shit, or like try and get the video removed because it's her content.
The thought.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's a fun word that like came out and then went away, and I feel like it's making a comeback. I remember when PewDiePie came out and I fucking hated him. And now that he's been around for a while, I still fucking hate him.
Oh, really?
Dude, all he does, when he first came out, all he did was just scream. I don't know if this chair's any good, but...
Yeah, man. Sometimes you just gotta scream a bit.
But no, it would be so set up and so fake and hokey, and I'm like, yeah, most internet shit is. But like when he would just scream into the camera and redline all the audio and break everybody's fucking headphones or hurt my ears, it's like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Oh, and you're a millionaire? Christ. Like, obviously I'm doing something wrong because he's the one grabbing all this cash.
Right.
I can't be mad. I can be mad at him, but it's out of jealousy. This dude's raking in like $1 million or more a year.
Yeah.
So it was like Fred from YouTube.
I think it was a lot of like the right place at the right time. You know, I think most people who are watching YouTube, like when PewDiePie blew up, were probably around like my age. They were like middle schoolers probably. So like making content for like middle school, high school aged people, like that's really where like whoever was gonna blow up was like that's where the biggest market was.
Yeah, and I think a lot of blow ups like that on especially a new market and a new platform. I guess mobile data, where the internet was floating around in people's pockets for the first time ever.
Yeah.
That's where it was going to go. And maybe it wasn't saying from now, this year, you could probably say, like, let's look back at 2007 or 8 and think, well, you could obviously see it was going in that direction. But it's easy to say that when it's already happened.
Yeah, big time.
It's already happened now. But back then, maybe, how crazy would it have been if smartphones fucked up and didn't work? Because so much shit happens and doesn't work.
Right.
Stuff, like, if people, you know, if you have a hard time doubting that, ever go into Goodwill. You ever go to Goodwill? See all this shit that like came out 10 years ago that's sitting on the shelf for pennies? And you saw it on like an infomercial? Like those ergonomic keyboards where they're like twisted out like that?
Yeah.
And there's like 6 different digit pads. Everyone said those were the future, and they put them in all the offices of America, and they're still there, but no one uses them.
Right.
It's just something that they thought was going to take off.
Right.
So like, I guess the internet was a roll of the dice too, or mobile internet, I guess. That's the guy that's going to take you down in Rock Band or Guitar Hero.
Let's fucking go, dude.
He's
Guitar Hero.
very good at Guitar Hero, he said.
I play both.
Nice.
He said I heard the word floating around. Money match.
Nah, I didn't say that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I told him about the number one.
Which Guitar Hero are we doing? 1, 2, 3?
Probably like 3
7.
or Rock Band 2. Those are like.
I mean, I have Rock Band 4
Or Guitar Hero 4. We could play Guitar Hero 4.
Is that World Tour?
Yeah.
I have 500 tracks on my Rock Band game. We can play that.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Can I just say nice shirt? No, I dig it. You were talking about that last weekend.
It's a nice, it's
Very
a cool. One.
Yo, I like your shirt too. I've seen it before on the podcast.
Oh, Slatters show?
The Rounders.
Oh, Rounders show.
Yeah.
I definitely have gotten some looks when I have it on, and the only shirt that's ever gotten me said, "Can I get a picture with you?" because of the shirt. Do you remember Doge, the meme, the Doge meme, the dog that was like, "Wow, such this, much that." Some older couple was like, "My son shares this all the time on his Facebook. Can I just get a picture with you?" And that was it.
The Doge shirt.
I had a Doge shirt where it was just like the dog going like that, and it just said "Wow" underneath it.
Yeah.
Got the Inu Shiba.
Shiba Inu,
Shiba
yeah.
Inu.
Yeah, I unfortunately I don't know if that shirt will ever be worn again because I was very skinny when I bought it, and I'm very, very don't fit in it anymore.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyways, yeah. Sorry to go off on that tangent.
It's all good.
So besides Twitch thoughts, do you Twitch?
No, not really. I just lurk all the time. I play like a lot of Dota. Dota 2 is like my biggest vice right now, honestly. Like I play so much fucking Dota, and I just watch other people and get like copy their strats basically to get better. Yeah.
Weird. I've never thought I'd see this, but a friend of mine who's also 21, he told me this was really weird to me, and it took me a long time to grasp this, but I told him to play this. I said, "Hey, if you really want a challenge, you should play this game called Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice." Mm-hmm. I just finished it myself, and it was easily the hardest game I've ever played.
Yeah.
So I tell him, I'm like, "Yeah, you should play this," and I'm almost 29, and I feel like my attention span is pretty solid enough to play a game all the way through.
Yeah.
And I think that just comes from not having the internet my whole life, whereas kids like your age have had it a little longer.
Yeah.
And maybe because you have all this information flying at you as fast, you're able to focus on many different things at once. So that when it's only one thing, maybe it's a little hard to focus on.
Yeah.
So he comes up to me and says, "Hey, I finished Sekiro."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, you didn't. It took me 100 hours to finish it. You played it in 3 days." He goes, "No, I watched a Twitch playthrough."
Yeah. You cheated,
I go, "Wait,
bro.
what the fuck? You didn't experience it?" He goes, "No, I watched it." I'm like, "You didn't experience the game." He goes, "Well, all I did was watch it." And it took me a long time to realize that that's good enough for him.
Right.
That's his grasp on the game. That's all he wants. Whereas I've had multiple people say, "Oh, yeah, I watched a playthrough of it." And then how you brought up, you copy people's strategies from Dota on Twitch.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
As long as I feel like you should still play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you still do because you copy the strategies.
So it's a great resource. You get to watch pros play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. As long as I feel like if you don't take it though,
Well,
it's
if it's an established best way to play, it's you kind of want to be taking that way to play.
In Dota, you're playing against humans too.
Right.
Whereas, if you're just going through a single player game, you're cheating by watching someone else play it because the goal is to figure out what to do. Mm. But in Dota, it's more just you're competing against I'll take any advantage I can get, basically.
In PvP games, you want to find the most efficient way possible.
I actually don't even know what Dota is.
It's do you know what League of Legends is?
Yeah, but I don't know what it is.
It's pretty much the same game as League of Legends.
So they're both called MOBA, and yeah.
No, can you explain it while running a match on YouTube?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Do you know what StarCraft
Why not?
is?
Yeah, do you know what
No, can you just run just to put a video up and?
There's too much stuff going on. Without sound, it won't make any sense. But so basically, what a MOBA is, it's just you're top down like an RPG, like WoW, or like an RTS, like World of War, or what would you say? You said Warcraft, right?
No, I said StarCraft.
StarCraft. So in StarCraft, you know what those look like, right? Your top down view and your dude's pretty small.
Halo Wars.
Yeah,
So basically,
strategy games.
right? But in a MOBA, it's just like a map with two like basically bases you're trying to capture, and they're usually made up of 3 different lanes. That you can go down. Each team will have like It's like computer controlled like friendlies and stuff like that, like little armies that you can command, and or do they just kind of go autonomously? Depends on the game,
like
right?
Semi-autonomously.
Yeah, but yeah, basically you get a team of heroes. You select your heroes like in Overwatch or something, but you get like MMO powers like in World of Warcraft or something, where you can just use your attacks and you gotta try and basically counter the other heroes to get the enemy team off of a point so you can capture that point and move across the map to get to their base. Basically, it's just like an overarching strategy game that happens in real time. You know how RTSs are like kind of turn-based almost, but they're a little quicker, like real time. This is like the ultimate fast mode of that, really.
I remember playing a Final Fantasy game that was only turn-based, but you could like sit there.
No, it's not like that at all.
Right, and then I played another one where it was like timed, like
just
you had
kept
to keep going.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching it on here.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I just wanted to see what it looked like.
The closest thing that I could equate it to is
I've seen this. I just didn't know what it was.
like imagine RuneScape, like 5-on-5, but like you started in the wilderness, so like you're always worried about being killed like as you're trying to level. That's like the closest thing.
Oh yeah, and the MOBA thing is like by doing stuff during the match, you level up your character tree as the match is progressing.
Right.
And it like starts over at 0 every time. So like you can basically you custom build your character based on what your opponent's doing to like try and counter them and shit.
Is it fun?
Yes. It's probably the biggest like esport out there. There are MOBAs.
If you're the best, you
Like
can.
there's like millions of dollars cash pools for these big tournaments.
Yeah, I've seen those, and like I've seen those. What's your opinion on that? Those esports where like those guys are sitting in the chairs in uniforms.
Just as good, just as real as a real
watching-
sport.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm happy that people they get the Twitch thoughts, man. Like I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, you ever seen Ninja's wife? Or do you know who Ninja is?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ninja's wife is just like.
Smoke show.
But does she speak English? I forget. Is she like
Ninja's
from a
wife?
different country or something?
Ninja's wife is American.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
They
didn't
like
know
met
that.
at a Halo tournament. She used to be
really?
she was like an announcer or like
like
the
a,
Ryan
a
Seacrest
host
of that.
or something.
That's awesome.
The Ryan Seacrest of Halo.
And then he married her. So
That's awesome. Yeah, she's a babe. What does Beth have to say? I can't read it from
She's saying
her.
to play Smite with you, or have you play Smite with her. It's a free MOBA on Xbox and stuff like that.
I think I've seen it, and I think I uninstalled it to make room for stuff because over the years, I've downloaded so much stuff from Games with Gold, and I'm pretty sure it's one of those free-to-play games, and just...
Definitely, if you ever want to check one out, it's a good one. Or it's decent, I should say.
Something just came out, not Smite, Dauntless.
That's Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it was like if Monster Hunter and something else had a free-to-play baby. Yeah, I can't really see what she's got going on here. But
Eye roll.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm ignorant when it comes to newer games. I like the newest thing I played is Sekiro, and I promised myself I would play all my old games first because I got a stack of them like this. Since like Black Friday, I haven't played any of those games. About like 10 games, I haven't played any of them.
dude, I have a plan for myself. My retirement is gonna be insane. I'm just gonna go through like my entire stack of like every GameCube game I own, and then just 100% them all.
You think you'll be able to play them?
Yeah, you just keep the CRT and GameCube around,
He
right?
just has to make sure he has a TV he can play on.
Right.
Yeah, I suppose. My buddy was just talking about he's watching a VHS on a 4K the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
that must be painful.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching Death Race on my 4K the other day, and it was presented in 1080p, which is standard high def.
Yeah.
But it was on a 4K TV, so like there'd be parts of it where it'd be super smooth, like too smooth. Like I was watching like a behind the scenes video, and then like chunks of it would like slow down.
Right.
I'm like, well, this isn't very compatible. So I ended up watching my laptop, which is this, and it was way smoother because it's all kind of synced up. Whereas, God, I can't imagine watching a VHS in 4K.
You guys know that like Smash Bros. Melee is like kind of an esport now too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Like they
It's
keep
not Evo anymore.
they keep the CRTs around for Melee, so like during the tournaments they all lug in like these huge big old TVs because like they don't have any lag, and all the new TVs have a little bit of like lag in the response time.
I remember there was a big problem with Guitar Hero when it first came out.
Yeah.
If you remember that.
Yeah.
Like, it was right when HD TVs were kind of coming into homes.
Right.
And
Hey, you got to play a Guitar Hero on a CRT.
I remember, I was playing it on a tube when I first got it, and then my parents got the first one of the big HD. It was a flat screen, but it was still a tube. And I remember I kept fucking up, and I'm like, no, I'm good at this. I shouldn't be this bad.
On? Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I lost skill, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you got to calibrate it, and even that wouldn't be 100%.
Right.
But now everything is kind of standardized in HD, and so when the 4K comes, then we'll have to redo it all, or the 8K.
Okay.
When that comes out, they'll have to, and they come out with Guitar Hero 12, we'll have to redo all of that.
Yeah.
Do you have a 4K TV?
I don't.
No? Do you have any game consoles, or do you play on PC?
I have my GameCube, and when I go to my grandparents' house, there's an N64, so
Oh, wow.
that's all I need.
Do your grandparents own the N64 then?
Yeah.
God, I regret it. I got rid of my N64.
Dude, you fucked up so bad. You fucked up so bad.
Yeah, well, this is back when like the nostalgia thing wasn't even taking over. It was like right when I think the PS3 was just coming out. It's just like, I don't need this thing anymore. I was an only child, so I was like, well, none of my siblings want to play this.
Right.
So there was no reason to keep it around for me. And I really, like, all my neighborhood friends, I moved. And, like, they were all way back wherever. And now I'm here. There's no one that wants to play it. So I'm like, fuck it.
Right.
Give me $20.
Yeah, I ended up buying everything. Anytime I sold a game, like, most of the time I bought it back, like, later when I was, like, 18 or 19, just, like, trying to remember what the game was like that I played when I was, like, 8, like, trying to relive some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, the nostalgia trip is really bad. I mean, I couldn't have seen that coming when I was, like, 16, 17. Yeah. But then, now, God, I'd kill to have my N64 back. I want to play Mario 64. I want to play Star Wars Pod Racer. I want to play Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah.
I want to play
Rogue Squadron 1.
Oh! I want to play Naboo Starfighter.
Oh.
Do you know any of these?
I'm more like just like raw like Nintendo, so like Mario 64.
Oh, okay.
Mario Kart,
like
Ocarina of Time.
Like their specific releases and stuff.
Yeah, I have Ocarina for the 3DS, and it's just not the same.
Really?
I don't feel it. It is the same. There's like a little bit more additions. There's like the graphics are a tiny bit smoothed out, but yeah, it's not the same.
Why? Do you think the controller graphics? What? Something.
It's probably the combo of everything, like the weird controller, a small screen, like
non-fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too smooth. Too smooth the graphics.
That is it. RuneScape. You played that?
Yeah.
So RuneScape Mobile's a thing now.
Yeah.
You can play it on your phone.
Okay.
And I don't mind it. However, I think RuneScape is meant to be played on a monitor in the dark at night on a Saturday with your favorite soda or whatever, favorite drink now, whatever, beer.
Doritos in your lap.
Doritos in your lap, your favorite snack. It's just like, it's so weird that like at any point I could just pop it open right now and just boop, 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 boop. Like, it's just not the same thing. And with Ocarina of Time, I feel like it's meant to be played like on a softer, shittier TV.
Yeah.
And like the different music, the music coming through it, and how there's a bunch. It's the little things. It's the sum of its parts that make it what it is.
It's the uncanny valley.
Having to try and turn on the N64 like 5 times before the game actually starts.
Oh. Or you're just walking through Hyrule Field and all of a sudden, you'll just stop. I don't miss that. I definitely don't miss the crashes. Or if you look at the N64 wrong, it'll just freeze. Or you walk by it too fast and it freezes, or like you jostle the ground underneath it just right.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
They still work though. You see any Red Ring of Death on the N64?
No.
I'll say my Super Nintendo still boots up Mario and all that good shit. So, yeah, those old Nintendo cartridge systems were great.
Thanks for the free view. But yeah, they have cartridges now for the Switch. They went back to like cartridges. I've never even played it, so
Have they ever really? The only time they went away from cartridges was GameCube.
And Wii
Oh yeah,
U.
and the Wii U. Oh yeah, I always forget
There's
about
3
those.
generations of console that had disc.
And they're like, fuck this
Damn
isn't
it.
working out. They're like, fuck it, we'll just go backwards.
And technology, all the flash technology is so small now. I might as well. Like like flash drives are like you can get like 128 gigs. I think they can fit a little full game on a small little chip. little.
Well, yeah,
thing
whatever
now.
it is, it's like this big.
Yeah.
I never played anything past the GameCube. I've never played the Wii U, or the Switch.
Most of it was shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think so?
What I think happened is that what I think is important in a console is just how good the games are. If there's a lot of good games on it, then
the console ends up being good.
yeah, it's not really about the motion controls or Pong was a solid game, dude.
It did its thing.
It's about the gameplay.
And it never screwed up.
And Nintendo went a little gimmicky for a while.
Yeah, they forgot that it was about the game. So I think they're coming back around. I thought Odyssey was really good.
Oh yeah.
And it's been the first good one in a while.
I've never played Odyssey. I saw somebody playing it, and I was like, "There's people in this? What the hell?" Yeah, I don't know what he's doing in the city, but it threw me off. Not in in a bad way, it did.
And he's way shorter than everyone else too, isn't he?
Yeah,
He looks like a cartoon.
it would be weird to have Mario the same height as people, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder what they were thinking about that when they made that. Well, we're gonna have people walk around with them, be like, what? Oh, we never realized what would Mario look like next to a real person. Is he shorter? Is he taller? Is he the same height? Can he jump on them? Can he hit them? Can he hurt them?
Right.
Who knows? So yeah, I don't know.
You good, bro?
You don't want it over there, so I'm over here.
He had to go hit his vape.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah, man. What's going on with your music? What are you are you producing anything right now? Are you making anything? Are you writing? Are you recording? Or
So my initial plan, because I messaged you kind of got to see this unfold, is I figured I would make a song actually in a studio, and then come on this podcast and be like, new songs out, guys. So then I hit up all 2 producers in Fond du Lac, and they're kind of hard to meet up with, or they're not responding to me.
there's
And
2 producers.
Yeah, dude. There's no one here. So I was like, fuck, man. So I guess this is me marketing. If you're a fucking producer, hit me up. You like my demo? I'm your guy. I'll work with anyone. So
Boom.
this is me marketing right now. Yeah, I'll work with you, bro.
Who else in Fond du Lac is doing it besides?
There's a songwriter that I hit up. I don't want to name them on the podcast.
No, that's okay.
They're
You don't
kinda,
have to.
Yeah, there was someone on the podcast called James F. is the podcast title. He's the artist. He's the psychedelic artist around here.
Yep.
And I'm
Had
so
him on.
hungry. I'm so hungry to find other. I was so happy when you messaged me hey, want to be on the podcast. I'm really happy you want to be on the podcast. To just find someone else who's trying to do something or get something started in Fond du Lac. I'm holy shit. This is awesome.
How'd you find out about us, by the way?
I went to a few open mics, and North Soul was playing at them. And then North Soul's on their Facebook page, they were like, we're going to be on the podcast. And I was like, oh shit, a podcast.
Oh, very cool. I'm happy about that.
And I've been listening to it ever since.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. Did you watch that video of them playing Jar of Hearts?
I did.
In my bedroom? Yeah. In my spare bedroom?
That's sick.
Yeah. I really had no idea what they were going to play. And I didn't even know they were going to play until they asked, right when they got there. And I'm like, yes, please. Of course. And then I didn't know that bass was going to shake the whole building.
Yeah, I remember in the interview you were like, yeah, I don't know how my landlord will feel about this.
No one said a word. No one said anything.
It's because North Soul is good, dude.
Yeah, they are very good.
Yeah, they're great. I had family with 3 or 4 kids that live underneath me.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, shit, we're gonna wake them up or it's way past their bedtime. Plus it was winter, so people go to bed earlier in winter and they got to get up for school. And
it was all before like 9 o'clock, so
that's true.
Who cares?
I feel like I think quiet time starts for apartments is like universally starts at 10 and ends at like, God, I want to say like 7 or 8. Because there's a guy that he makes wood sculptures in like the garage area, and it's so fucking loud. Like when I get home at 7 in the morning from work, it's just carving up shit. God forbid. I couldn't imagine being on first shift and like hearing that shit right when I wake up. I'd be pissed. Thank God.
A nice little alarm for you.
Oh yeah, nothing nice about it. He's like, oh, you made another duck. He makes ducks and paints them, so good for him.
Are they decoys?
No, they're just sculptures. They're like, they could be decoys. No, they're like in scenes, so they're like one's flying, one's landing, and they're like doing different things. And like all along one wall, he's got like giant chunks of tree, and then like it's kind of cool. Like I'll go out there, and one day the block's like this big, and that's this big, and it'll be shaped weird. And then like 2 days later, he's got a duck out of it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Speaking of ducks, I'm gonna have to duck out of here to go to work. Get it?
Hey. Oh, you're doing some overtime. That's right.
Yeah, going in all to 8 o'clock this week.
I feel like overtime's gonna hit us, manufacturing wise. It's gonna hit us pretty hard during the summer.
I signed up for it. I'm
but
training people on second shifts on my station.
You're already a trainer?
I'm the best. I'm the best person that's left on my station for all 3 of our shifts. Because everyone else is new. Yeah. So Smith Johnson, sir.
Yeah, I'll work with you, bro.
If you want to come in and do some songs.
Yeah.
You don't have Facebook. You have Messenger though.
Yeah.
If you want to have Mitch show you, like me on Messenger,
we'll get you guys connected.
That's the easiest way, and then.
The world isn't ready for me.
Just hit me up, and we can set up time to get together, like work weekly if you want. I don't know what your work schedule's like or whatever, but I'm open during the day, so definitely look forward to getting with you. But yeah, I'll leave you guys in the capable hands of my buddy Nate here, and I'll see you guys.
Thanks, Nate.
You guys later.
All right, see you later, man. Appreciate your time and efforts and all that. So, and then Nate is going to jump in the driver's seat. I don't play Destiny, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Me either.
It's a leak for the fall DLC. Data mined.
How's that feel? Sitting. Oh, doesn't it feel good?
It's uncomfortably warm.
It's like, oh, dude. Let's talk about warm toilet seats. No, when there's a part of, I forget which new Star Trek it is, but when Kirk is going to die, somebody else sits down in the chair, and they just go, it's like, what's wrong? It's like, never thought I'd sit here. You watch Star Trek at all?
No. I'm a kid, dude.
No.
I'm a kid. I watched Friends. I watched all of Friends. All of How I Met Your Mother.
I just started that show.
Yeah.
Actually. I don't mind it. Yeah, I'm only episode 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, it's still in that awkward, goofy offy.
They haven't figured out what the show is yet.
Right. And I'm sure as it gets going, it'll be, better. Because everybody talks about it, so it's like it's got to be somewhat okay. Only the good shit gets talked about all the time. Did you watch Game of Thrones at all when it was on?
I didn't.
No?
Yeah, I was kind of worried to be on the podcast, man, because like you're like super into movies, you're like super into Game of Thrones, and like I watch like Pixar films, man.
Well, that's okay.
That's all I got.
No one's ever. I don't. So
you don't watch Pixar films?
No. You want to know how old I am? I saw Toy Story 1 in the theater. I was 4. Yeah. I saw Bug's Life in the theater.
I saw Monsters, Inc. in the theater.
Me too.
Yeah.
I did too. I was like 10, I think 11 maybe.
I was like 4.
Yeah, I remember that. My uncle took me to it. Didn't see Pocahontas. I saw Toy Story. I saw Lion King when I was 4 also. That was like one of the final Disney Renaissance movies, I feel like that hand-drawn era, and it just kind of went all over to computer animation, right around. Like there was some stuff like like I said, Pocahontas is like 2000 or something like that, 1998, 99. Mulan at 1 and 2 is leaving Netflix at the end of the month, so I'm gonna have to watch those because I've never watched those. I was not a Disney kid growing up. Were you? Or you were a Pixar kid or whatever they call it now?
Yeah, I think that like when I was like 3, 4, 5, 6, that I used to just like fall asleep watching Toy Story like on repeat every night.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't have cable growing up, and that sucked. That sucked, man.
Like I had cable actually, but I didn't have a TV in my room until I was like 16. So, yeah, my first job I bought a little tiny. It was smaller than that. It was like just a little bit more compressed than that. And I remember playing 4-player split screen Halo 3 with 4 friends. We could just, like, when we got to my place in my little basement area, it was like we were all fine, but like the more the day went on, we all smelled terrible. We were all sweating, and it was just hot as shit. Just playing around each other. It didn't matter, 'cause like that was what we had back then. We didn't play online either.
When I think of like all my like every gaming memory I've ever had, like playing different video games, usually those stories are like the most fun I've ever had playing video games. Like in middle school, just like around this TV set up on a chair, everyone sitting on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit's the best, dude.
Yeah, I remember dragging over all the kitchen chairs, and some of them would sit. And then when I got a couch, when I was 18, that was the game changer, because I moved the TV to the center and then the couch, and then I'm like, this is my fucking couch.
Right.
I bought this. This is mine, and we're playing on it. And this is my shitty little stand. This is my TV. This is my game console. God damn it.
Right.
Yeah, that is some of the better memories. But you have played? But have you played split screen Halo 3 out of 5 black and white? No, sadly I haven't.
Someone's got a more fucked up setup than us.
That's Caleb.
Oh, so
he left. I think he's watching on the way to work.
What's up, Caleb?
Careful.
We used to have
Drive
LAN
safely.
parties full of 8 or more people, and it was whatever spare TVs we could afford at the time, and Caleb had his little 5-inch TV that we would split screen off of,
Oh, man.
playing teams.
Hell yeah, dude.
4v4.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. That whole thing about, like, how you don't ruin your eyes, don't sit too close, and just right at it. You said 5-inch black and white? Is that like... Okay, so that's like a little bigger than this, width-wise. And like, was it like 5x5?
Imagine like the little screen that you see in submarines that have the little radar
Yeah.
running around, like that. That size.
It's smaller than this.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
5 inches is about yay wide.
That's about 5 inches.
Wait, let me check.
Yeah. I can't check. Mine's too small.
Shout out to my mom watching this. She said she's gonna watch.
Diagonally 5 inches, he says. Caleb.
Oh, like, yeah. It took me forever to know that that's how you measure TVs. Forever.
So does that mean
Like,
that it's 3x4 by 5 due to the Pythagorean theorem?
Probably. I mean, oh my God. I used to see those all the time. They probably still have them all at Goodwill. They're like little camping TVs that were back in the 90s that had handles on them and gigantic antennas where you could like unfurl. And it was just like this giant satellite, and the screen was this big. Also, you could catch the Brewer game when you were at Green Lake. So a little specific, but still. And it took like 7 or 8 those Lincoln Log batteries and shit. But like, yeah, playing on... One of my friends used to play Halo on a DVD player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was... So you hook it up, and it'd just be like this little... And then the Xbox, of course, the original Xbox, remember how big that was?
Yeah.
Just this big fucking case. Felt like it was filled with gold. It was so heavy. And then you could... I used to rest all my consoles on each other on the Xbox. So it'd be like... Or no, I'd do PS2, and set the Xbox on top of it. And the Xbox, the top of it was a little bent to the top. I would set the GameCube on top of that. So I could open the GameCube up, like the disc tray went up.
Yeah.
And the Xbox and the PS2 cases would come out towards you. That's how I had my setup back in the day.
Yeah, the antenna TV dates me slightly. When we went camping, we would have our DSs, and we would play on like the like there was like LAN for DSs. You remember that shit?
Yep.
And like there'd be certain games that only one person had to actually buy the game, and the rest could
Mario
just like
Kart DS as an
we'd play
example.
that shit so much.
If one person had the game, they could download like a demo version of the game to play along with you in like within 20 feet or so of the person's DS.
So we all just sit on the picnic table and like I kick everyone's ass, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, I wonder. God,
There was also like a Picto-Chat kind of thing that you could do as well.
I do remember that because we played on the 3DS. God, it was like Four Swords Adventures or something, and it was free for like a weekend. And my friend and I were dogs. He was dog sitting, so I went out there. It was like this mansion, and we just watched movies all day while the two dogs slept. And we would play Link Four Swords Adventures. I think we almost beat the whole game, just in one sitting. And we had no internet. We just sat across from each other. That's still cool. That like. My memories of gaming were like I had the original Game Boy, the gray brick, and I had the link cable, and I could battle people that way. And fast forward, that was in 2000, that was 1998, 99. Fast forward like not even 10 years, and you guys are doing it just a little more better.
Yeah.
But the same shit. The better memories are made when you're just sitting around.
Yeah.
Doing it with your friends.
Yeah.
Playing with each other. Good wording. So, man, anything else gaming related you want to talk about?
Anything coming out that you're looking forward to?
Shit. Yeah, I think honestly the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is the $1 million Dota tournament. But that's about it.
When is that?
That'll be like July, I think, or August maybe. Mm-hmm. Winning team gets like $10 million. So
Sorry.
split among five people.
That's still
So anyone who
2
wins
mil.
it. And no team has ever won the tournament twice. It's always because the competition is that stacked. So I think that's pretty cool to see if like.
Yeah, it's not just like the Patriots where it's just like a fucking dynasty every single year.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know how much you follow football, but like it's just everyone's so sick of seeing it. And it's like I'm sure esports is the same way.
Yeah,
it's like you don't want to see the same dudes coming back over and fucking over and over again.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I remember a couple months back I was at Slim and Chubby's, which is a bar in Fond du Lac, and I saw they were broadcasting Counter-Strike.
Oh yeah.
On TV. It's like, when would this ever have happened? I've never. And they were all in chairs and uniforms and shit, and they were all doing commentary. And like when the songs wouldn't play, they would talk over. Or you would hear the chatter of the TVs and stuff, and it was just. I felt old and I felt cool and I felt lame at the same time.
Yeah.
I was like, gaming is on TV now.
Yeah.
Like it's mainstream. It was on like, not Spike. What Spike became the Paramount Network.
Okay.
I think it's called. Yeah, and it's just different times.
Yeah.
I was completely blown away. Maybe in like 6 or 7 years you'll feel the same way. Something will be on TV. They'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It'll just kind of blow you away.
Are you sure it wasn't on ESPN 8, The Ocho?
Yeah. Is that still around?
It was made up for Dodgeball the movie.
Oh, fuck you. God damn it. I believed you.
Keep in mind, we're also, I believe, only a week away from Summer Games Done Quick.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That is not my thing. I don't know. I kind of know what that is, but I do.
It's where they speedrun games for Doctors Without Borders for a weekend. For Awesome Games Done Quick, which they do in the wintertime, they beat their record by getting about $2.4 million raised in 3 days.
Not bad.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I know what Doctors Without Borders is. I just did not know that they did. I've heard of Good Games Done Quick, or is that it? Or they changed it? Or?
They have 2 events each year. Awesome Games Done Quick, which is the winter one, and then Summer Games Done Quick. which
So-
obviously is in the summer.
They just play video games.
They speed run
Oh, they
video
speedrun
games.
video games.
And the
people submit different categories that they run that they play games for, and then they get chosen by a board, and then they get time slots, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And they have
Good for them.
donation incentives so that people can donate towards the runners having to do certain things during the games. Like for Super Metroid, people can donate if they want to kill the animals or save the animals, and that's the number one thing that people always do every consecutive year. They donate for that. It's like the biggest thing that the people fight over. You can also win prizes for your donations. If you donate a certain amount, you can put into drawings for stuff, and yeah.
That's a lot of fucking money to play video games fast, man.
Yeah, and it all goes towards charity, a good cause. The Doctors Without Borders. It's like, are those like doctors that are not funded by the American Medical Board or something? Or
Jake says kill the animals.
What's up, Jake?
he was on a couple weeks ago.
He said that he mentioned it when he was on the AGDQ and SGDQ.
Yeah, I do remember it now when he was talking about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then what's his name? BJ. Yeah.
Of course.
What's his name? He donated, or he talks about how he donated to those causes.
He had
back.
to fight some guy because he kept trying to make it 69 cents or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then somebody on there mentioned him or like gave him a shout out, and he said it was worth it. I mean, yeah, I guess it's whatever it's worth. Are you subscribed to any Twitch people like for money?
You can get like gifted subs. So if you're like a really rich dude and you want to support the stream, but you've already subscribed, you can just like hand out subs to random people, and then sometimes
what
that
they
random
have?
person is me.
Amazon Prime. You get a free Twitch Prime subscription.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Twitch and Twitch Prime? I just never heard of Twitch Prime.
The Prime sub is like you're doing it with your Amazon Prime, but there's actually there's no difference in like. Wait, Twitch Prime? Maybe I'm misunderstanding you.
Did you say Twitch Prime?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, the Prime sub is the one you do through Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime and you're subscribed to that and you're paying Amazon like $20 a month or whatever, Amazon owns Twitch. So then they'll just give you a sub for free to anyone.
Okay. Yeah, I know a guy that was I asked him, God, I hope he's not watching. I'm gonna go for it anyway. He was like, I asked him to be my roommate, and he's always like, I can't. I'm like, well, you make more money than me. Why don't you wanna, get out of your parents' house? He goes, I got just too tied up in too many bills. I go, well, what are they? And one of them was, I'm subscribed to too many Twitch accounts.
The Twitch thoughts, dude. They got his wallet.
It was all dudes.
Oh, okay.
There's no girls. He doesn't like gamer girls. He thinks they're like they're frauds. And like some of them probably are. Let's be real. Like I'm sure not all of them are playing games because they love games, but some of them genuinely do. Like that Beth chick before, she's a hardcore gamer, and but to have all your cash tied up in like what are your priorities, man? Come on.
Right.
Yeah. But I just wanted a roommate so I could have my rent. So
yeah, I respect it.
Yeah. So man, is there anything else that you want to talk about, like music wise, or any?
I'm happy I found.
Can confirm I'm not real fake gamer. Like just by cable. Yeah, we could share cable. It'd be like $20 a month for each of us, or we could corner every streaming service. Yeah, but yeah, sorry to cut you off there. Yeah, anything music-wise you wanted to talk about or bring up for like your music career?
I'm really
talked about quite a bit.
I'm really happy I found one producer. But yeah, I'm just really looking for more producers, more people to work with. If you, yeah, I tore out the shotgun seat in my car, and I put cushions in there, and I'm prepared to live in there, truly do it, like fucking Ed Sheeran, on the streets.
Did he do that?
So if you see this shit and you're a producer and you like my song, I'll fucking live in your driveway, in my car, I'm ready, dude.
Well, that's quite the commitment.
I'm ready.
What's your SoundCloud again?
Smith Johnson.
So SoundCloud Smith Johnson.
Yeah, if you go on my Instagram, It's a link there. So
Yeah, and your Instagram is
Little Cheese Curd.
Little Cheese Curd.
Yeah.
The coolest guy to come out of Fondy. I thought I was, but you might have taken that title from me.
yeah, sorry about that.
And hey, I would rather have you take it than somebody else, like somebody else lame, such as
Thanks.
a music producer, or this guy. So, anyways, I mean, he kind of already took it from both of us with that shirt. So, really quick, I did go to prom my senior year alone with a tuxedo T-shirt. However, it was somewhat modified. I didn't modify it. It was from Hot Topic, and the boutonniere was a dead rose, and it was a skull.
All right, Mr. Peanut Butter.
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm
Peanut Butter.
definitely the coolest guy in Fond du Lac now. After that story.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
After that
yeah,
story.
I asked a couple girls, they all said no, and then that got around school that like, oh, everybody's saying no to him, fuck him, and like I'm like, fuck it, I'll go alone. So I went to Hot Topic and bought a tuxedo T-shirt and a top hat, and there is pictures of me in that in all that shit,
Nice.
and I think one picture of me holding the dude's hand, just cause. Yeah, it's out there somewhere.
I didn't even go to prom, dude. I didn't go to shit.
The first one, my date ended up leaving with one of my friends. And then second prom, it sucked. So I don't think you missed much.
Cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, it doesn't seem like you're worried about it, so. Yeah, I know some people that are like, oh, I never went to prom or whatever. It's like, you didn't miss shit. You escaped a possible pregnancy. I know people have gotten pregnant at prom. It's like, okay, cool. You had a great night, one night. And then there's some people who just genuinely enjoyed it, and that's cool for them too. So
Maybe not even that great of a night, dude.
yeah. I mean, nice couple hours. Girls get a free meal, little dress. Paid $900 a year for that. Never wear it again, because you're not supposed to wear the same dress 2 years in a row. That's what I've heard. They drop so much money. I got pregnant at prom.
Nice.
That's the one guy that was supposed to be here that wasn't. He built I think he built the majority of the walls. Caleb helped him, but Caleb, I think, put up most of the foam. And he's going to be doing the BJ Geezy there. He's going to be doing the gaming thing here as well. Once that gets set up. I think do you know if the music production end is good to go? Like,
I mean, he's
for
had the
recording?
He's been doing half of the albums for Nick Faber and Midnight already.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's had the equipment ready to go for, even because he was doing stuff at his house, he just had to bring it over here.
Okay. Well,
It's just a matter of making it look fancy now.
yeah, like if he can bring his guitar in and we can facilitate that and get him going on his projects.
We can turn the computer on and we'll be good to go.
How's that sound?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you'll be allowed to sleep in your car outside the studio. I will not yell at you.
Awesome.
I don't know about the police.
Good to know.
So, absolutely, yeah. So there you go. That was him confirming that we're ready to help you out.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah. And I feel like we just got our first client. Is this the milestone? I'm looking at the survey.
I mean, I haven't seen a handshake or any.
That's
or
more.
Any,
I will shake your
legally
hand.
binding contract.
I will shake your hand and say it was good to have you, but I feel like Caleb should be the one to shake your hand and welcome you to the family. So we're gonna leave that for him.
All right.
This is more of like the introduction to you and getting your thing out there just as a starter. But once we have some solid shit from here and and more people from here start listening to the SoundCloud and get that out and get you some more followers. Yeah. It's going to be legit.
Hell yeah.
I feel like it will be. So, got anything else to add?
I mean, you guys
Guest
could repeat
producer.
the entire first half if you want. I wasn't here for that.
Repeat it?
I'm just
I'm trying to remember what I said in what order. We got about an hour and a half, so we got 2.5 hours to do it, so.
You mentioned Pocahontas a few times. That actually reminds me of an interesting factoid about Disney during that time period. During the time Pocahontas was being developed, Disney put their A team on development for that movie, and they put their B team on a movie that they didn't think was going to be as successful, and that was Lion King. And
what?
Yeah, they had their B team working on Lion King because they thought Pocahontas was going to be the hit that year. So.
But didn't Pocahontas come out in like 2000 or 1999?
No, it was early 90s.
Oh man, I'm sorry, but I might have to challenge you. Because, I stand absolutely corrected. You are right. I thought Pocahontas was like 99 or something. Pocahontas is 1995, as well as Lion King being 1994. You're absolutely correct. I am wrong, and I am not a Disney kid. So I didn't actually know that. That's pretty cool. Google it. I just did. But yeah, I did not know that about Pocahontas. Huh. They didn't think Lion King was going to be successful?
No.
What if they were just gambling because of the animals or something?
They probably thought that people wouldn't want to watch talking animals as compared to a movie that's more relatable with, humans and stuff. I mean, because Lion King was just a adaptation of Hamlet, but with animals, whereas Pocahontas was kind of more of an, quote, original story, quote. And they, that was their formula that had been winning them over fans for so long, just a musical about people. So they had no reason to suspect that it wouldn't be the winner.
I am embarrassingly ignorant when it comes to Disney.
Here's a question, based kind of similar to that topic. What Disney or Pixar movie surpassed your expectations the most? As to what you initially thought it was going to be, after watching it, it surprised you?
I think when I first saw Toy Story 3, I thought that it was like, oh, whatever, they messed it up a little. It's not original. But then, 10 years later, I watched Toy Story 3, and I'm like, this is completely on par with the first two, 100%, in my opinion. I thought Toy Story 3 was, legit as fuck, yeah.
Did you cry?
What do I say? I'll pass on that question.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. I will answer that honestly. I bawled like a baby. Not when I first saw it.
Hands?
Yes, because they accepted they were going to die. They're just heading towards the furnace. I'm like, holy shit, this is the darkest thing ever. And I guess 4, which is coming, soon, this summer, right?
They actually also confirmed that Woody's going to be bi.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. It means nothing. It's just another J.K. Rowling move, but oh well.
Yeah. I won't talk about that. You're absolutely right. I think it's a publicity grab. I think they said it's going to be even worse. You think they said you thought the furnace scene is bad, there's going to be an even worse scene in this. They said that while they were recording the final lines, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen couldn't look at people when they were doing it. They kept breaking down. So it's like, oh, God.
I mean, it's a Disney movie, man. Even in the furnace, you kind of know, it's not going to end here. I don't know.
Did you see Snow White? When they showed the witch get struck by lightning and she fell off a cliff and rocks fell on her, and then the buzzards went down to eat her.
Maybe when I was 4.
Yeah.
The 30s were a different time, though.
The 30s were. Or Bambi, they show it. Don't they? They show they show her laying there.
You see her lying there, but you don't see her get shot. She runs off into the distance, you hear the gunshot, and then Bambi happens upon her after the fact.
Oh, okay. Yeah, again,
and
a movie I haven't
right after
seen.
that scene, it's a Happy Spring song.
Oh, boy.
Trying to make people not remember that you're supposed to be sad, because that was Disney's formula as well.
I'm going to take a guess that you haven't seen this movie, but have you ever seen Watership Down?
Nope.
I've heard of it, and I've seen a lot of scenes from it, but not in its entirety.
That is not a Disney movie. That is a British, I think it's a propaganda movie even, but it's in the 70s, they made a movie about rabbits. And there's a scene, I guess, where one of the rabbits, they eat another rabbit and they show it very graphically. and it's like a bunch of British talent, like theater people who later went on to be movie stars, were in it, like up and comers at the time. And I think some guys from like Monty Python were in it too. And like I've seen a couple of the scenes where like they kill each other and shit. And I'm like, it's rabbits, but it's murder. And it's not like Happy Tree Friends or, you know, some of the shit that's on YouTube. It's just like the animation back then. Just it was new, and it just, I don't know, it just kind of made me feel uneasy. Probably gave some nightmares and shit. Like, yeah, I always want to check it out, but I've never watched it, and it's hard to run into people who have. But
we're sensitive now. We're sensitive now.
I don't think so, man.
I disagree as well.
Yeah,
we're completely desensitized.
We're desensitized, but at the same time, it's like, I think violence for the sake of violence, like cartoon or movie-wise, as long as you know it's fake, it's like, nah. Or if you see a guy getting blown up on the internet, it's like, nah.
That's why they had the Acme cartoons in the 60s.
Yep. But also, if you call someone the wrong gender now, holy shit, fucking run, because that's it. So I think we're desensitized towards certain things, but we're also more sensitive towards the other things. And neither path is wrong. It's just that's the way the world went. And this is how we're dealing with it. And I mean, you can find people who are the complete opposite. You can find people who are not sensitive to anything, or they're sensitive to everything.
Right.
And that's what makes the world go around. Yeah. So you're right. I'll say I'm wrong, but I think the world's gonna be fine the way it is. I think.
You have faith?
Fuck yeah, I have faith in humanity. I always have. That's why I do this. I'm a people person. I truly believe that everybody's got a story to tell. I didn't know you before you stopped in here, and now you're gonna get produced.
Yeah.
So, gotta have faith. Gotta have faith in things you don't really know much about. Yeah, I mean, I had faith in you before I met you. Now that I met you, I have faith in you even more. Because I took a chance because I had faith.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. And we'll let, like I said, we'll do the symbolic handshake. We'll let you and Caleb do that and have you get welcomed into the family as our first music-produced customer. Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, cool. Dude, Smith Johnson, everybody. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Smith Johnson. Little Cheese Curd, Nick S., all your different names.
What flavor of cheese curd? Like, what's the cheese inside your curd?
Whatever they use at Walla Weekend. Cheddar, I think. What do they use at Walla Weekend?
They got it all.
They got it all. I guess then.
I think cheddar's the most popular.
I got it all then.
I think we're going to be at Walla Weekend. I'm pretty sure. Like, as a team. We might do some guerrilla filming. Maybe.
I mean, you can always go Facebook Live.
No, that's what we were going to do.
Yeah.
But, like, we had this idea. We were going to, like, do, like, 5-second interviews and be like, all right, thanks for your time, and throw a T-shirt at them or some shit. And, like, just keep running until we get kicked out. And then we'll go back and change clothes and just keep doing it.
Yo,
we had a
fake
bunch
mustache.
of different ideas. Yeah, with the glasses and shit.
Or shave the mustache, actually.
I used to busk at Walla Weekend. Like,
Oh, really?
I want to shout out everyone who gave me money during that. Like, I would just sit and play guitar on the side of the road, and like all these drunk people would come back out from like whatever show they were watching, and I would get paid like a lot. So
Fuck yeah,
thank you.
man. Yeah.
Like, a lot.
There were two girls that were busking there last year, or the year before maybe, and they had just a book of songs they knew, and I went off book. I said, "Do you know this?" And I played it for them once on my iPhone, and they were like, "Okay, I got the key change." And they played it, not like perfectly, and then I sang with them, like along to it. We just sang to it, and it was great. They played a Fall Out Boy song for me because I love Fall Out Boy.
Which one?
They played, God, you and I, no. Yeah, Jetpack Blues. It's off the
Deep Cut.
second newest album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a hit. It wasn't. It didn't make it to the radio, I don't think, and not much of that album did. Sadly, that's. I love all their songs, and what's this?
It's kind of going off of what you're talking about. It's a Twitch streamer that plays piano, and people request songs, and she
Piano.
learns them
I know
in
her.
10 minutes.
Oh wow!
Seen that
And then
shit.
she plays them like super eloquent and everything like that. One of the few people that I'm actually subscribed to on Twitch.
There you go.
I mean, you can make a good money by that, just knowing the techniques of music.
Yeah.
Knowing keys and...
Yeah, definitely.
She actually has some really rare disease where she sees music as colors.
Yeah, synesthesia.
I've
Exactly.
heard of that. Like,
yeah.
you can see... That's awesome.
So it makes it a lot
awesome,
easier
but-
to learn stuff that way.
I was going to say, maybe it's... I said that's awesome, but maybe it isn't. I mean, if it's the word disease... I mean, only she knows. But,
Some diseases help people.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways, just wanted to thank you for coming in and being part of this. Coming in completely blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us. Like, we've never met before this, and I'm just, I'm happy that you took a chance on us.
Yeah.
Like, reaching out to us, because we're just getting started. And I could...
Same.
Yeah, and we can say that for each other now. And Caleb and him. And
We're in this together, dude. Same struggle.
yeah. And now we can say that we're just getting started because you're part of it now. So, hey, man, thanks a lot. Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Smith Johnson, Nick S., Lil Cheese Curd, and SoundCloud, right?
Just go on my Instagram. You can find it there.
Maybe
There you go.
We could even link them in the description of the video, possibly.
Oh, on YouTube?
Either Facebook or YouTube, based on
Yes.
after we're done.
Yes, absolutely. So, good point. All right. That's it? Good?
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to his mom. All right. Bye, everybody.
Peace out.
Later.